Yeah.
By the way, welcome to the podcast. We're waiting on Denise. She's doing some actual serious work next door. But I don't know if is Denise waiting on us or are we waiting on her?
I don't know. Should I
would just write it out.
Because she looked at us and just kind of shrugged and went back to work.
If you're watching the show and you see a little window, let me switch the angles.
Oh, here she comes.
To my left, little window. She's in that room, so we can see her. Here she comes. If you're listening to the show, shrug the shoulders.
I see you guys. Good night.
What's up? See you later. What's going on there?
Work. That's why I'm standing here. Just doing work.
That's work. How you feeling? You sick still?
I mean, I don't have time to think about being sick. I got too much on my plate.
No time. Today's show, I've been struggling with the name of today's show. I think I called it How About Tony, though? And we'll get into that in a second. But then I scratched that off, as you can see on my piece of paper. And I think I want to go with, let's keep the number at 2.
Let's keep the number at 2.
Let's keep the number at 2.
To what?
You know what? Whatever. Let's just keep the number at 2. I think that is going to be the title of this show.
Interesting title.
Now, it could be marriages. It could be if you go to McDonald's, don't have more than 2 Big Macs.
I was like,
It could be whatever.
Okay.
But seriously, congrats, Tony. Obviously, if you are just putting the pieces together, yesterday we were talking about Tony.
It was Tony.
Tony, who proposed.
Yeah.
And she said yes.
According to Facebook, yeah. Have you guys actually called him and personally congratulated him? Or?
I did. I sent him a text message.
Did you, Duryan?
I did not.
And my text message says, you can see that right there. I just held it up to the camera. Hey, Duryan was wondering if you're getting a prenup.
Oh
my God. That's right.
But dude, why would you ask that?
You're the one that typed it and said I asked for it. I didn't ask for that.
I can't believe you asked that.
He's already mad at me for I think spilling out the beans.
I know.
Spilling out the beans.
Yeah. He has not replied back to the, hey, Duryan was wondering if you're getting a prenup.
Oh, I'm hoping that maybe they are celebrating and, it's 3-hour time difference. Maybe they're still sleeping in. Yeah. And
how good, because that was another one of my titles for the show. I was going to call today's show... Are you getting a prenup though? Oh, but then I don't want new wifey to see the title and be like, oh, let me listen to this show. Yeah. I figured if we call the show, let's stay at 2. She won't know that
what it means. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yikes! You guys are both going to be uninvited if you were invited in the first place to this wedding.
I had to apologize to Tony yesterday. I can't tell you how many times I'm like, I had to take down the podcast because he was like, hey, listen. And I asked him too. I was like, she doesn't listen to the show. We're across the country. He was like, well, she knew that I'd be out there and hanging out with you guys, and maybe I don't want it to be this is the podcast that she's listening to, which made complete sense. So we had to yank yesterday's show down.
Yeah.
Unless she was watching live,
And what makes me already want to hate PK.
Yeah. But hey, we talk. We talk about things. I got to say what's up in the chat. What's up, Brent? We got Jillian. Desiree is joining us. We got Patrick. We got everybody. All the usual suspects in the chat. So just want to say hello to you all. Appreciate you guys being here. I got a list of things that it kind of reminds you that you're getting a little too old. So we're going to go through that list. I asked Duryan to come up with some stories, the most interesting stories that you could find of the day. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And actually, I teased that yesterday, but we never really got to it. So that is coming up in a few minutes. Can you give me a little preview of what you're working on? Without moving, because the camera is on you right now.
Oh,
you were just working at it.
Yeah, it's going to be it's kind of a top secret one right now. So... Okay. I'll let you know when I go over there.
I'm trying to see any of the headlines on his screen.
You can't think of one headline?
There's a lot that are open.
One that's coming to mind.
It says gold, Texas, Banksy, Ohio.
All right, go over. I have a camera there.
One
Just
is...
give me...
God, please
moved
tell me
over
you
with
guys
us.
caught that on camera.
I did. Guys, you're welcome on the chat on the YouTube stream. By the way, over at Spreaker, it's Urel. What's up, Urel? Everybody has migrated over to the YouTube chat. Just give you a little heads up. Just one of the stories. You were just working on stories for from 10 to 10:20.
Alabama woman is frightened after zombie teeth get stuck in her mouth.
All right. you go.
Now, is this going to be
That story's coming
just
up.
headlines or the full story?
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think we're going to have any more info when he finally gets to that story, or is that going to be it?
That'll be it.
That's it. Can I ask you? Huh? Why did you only buy one chair?
I don't know. I just thought it was just me there, so I just need one chair.
I think you were out of the room, but I was like, "Hey, what do you do all day? What'd you do yesterday? Because you seem kind of sleepy. Like, what's the matter?" He was like, "Well, I only have one chair, so I kind of sat in the chair, and my back started hurting, so I went to the mattress, and I fell asleep, and then I woke up, and it was like nighttime, or however long his nap was." But
I do need to get two chairs because you brought up a good point. It's like, why didn't you get two? I was like, I didn't think about it.
Don't you ever plan to have anyone over?
Yeah,
ever?
Yeah, because I totally forgot. It's like, yeah, PK made a great point. Because if I guest does come over, it's like, you go ahead and take the seat.
Then I'll just stand. No
I'll
problem.
just stand right here.
I'm gonna lay on the bed and you sit here.
I've never heard of anybody, unless it's a lazy boy, I've never heard of anyone just going into IKEA or whatever the store is and buying one.
It's like a bar stool.
I know. I remember you telling us the story because you had a bunch of bags and the one bar stool, and you tried to get it on the bird. So I thought maybe that's why, because you could only hold one. I thought at some point you go back and get two.
No, generally, I was only thinking
what
about
was that
just
word?
Generally.
Huh?
Generally.
There you go.
I was just only thinking about getting one, but now I'm going to get the other one.
There you go.
So, have you been back to IKEA in the last day or two?
I haven't.
No, okay. Taking a little break.
Yeah, I think it's been 4 days since I've been to IKEA. So I'm kind of fiending for it. So maybe I'll go stop by and say,
gotta get that IKEA hit.
Payday's in 2 days, so maybe you can go pick up the second bar stool then.
There you go.
Let's see. Patrick is saying, did you see where Selena Gomez surpassed Drake as the most listened to artist on Spotify? I did not see that. I should have seen that. That's my girl. I do know that, who's the soccer guy that surpassed her on Instagram?
I thought you said you do know.
David Beckham?
No.
Why would David Beckham surpass her on Instagram right now? What year are you living in?
Ronaldo. Rafael Ronaldo.
Raphael. Yeah.
What's his name? I know it's Ronaldo something, right?
Oh, man. I think I'm getting a headache. The back of my head is hurting, so try not to make me laugh too much.
Girl's sick, though, too. Maybe
Yeah.
getting sick.
Oh, sons of bitches, man.
I got something
man.
going on. My face is all puffy and my snot is disgusting.
Yeah.
Let's leave it at that.
What did you call him?
Like Rafael Ronaldo, whatever.
Nailed it, bro. Nailed it. There you go. Hey, I had a pretty good. Been saving this one. Hang on a second. Hang on. I got to move some stuff over here. All right, here we go. I got a pretty good joke.
Oh,
Can we do that?
Yes.
Jokes. Here come the jokes.
I'm ready.
This is a great one too. I don't know if there's anybody in the chat that works at a bank, but if you do work at a bank, this is a great one to tell your family, right? So for a second, let's suspend, belief, and then I work at a bank.
Okay.
All right. I got fired from my bank job today.
Oh, no.
Don't you want to know why? God dang it, man. You got to ask me why. I got fired from my bank job today.
How come?
Well, some elderly lady asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her over.
Oh, dang.
Oh, no.
Check her balance.
Isn't that quite a statement? Get it? Bank statement.
That's like two.
Come on, man. This joke deserves some credit.
Dang, you're still going. That's good.
I have a lot of interest in this topic. Come on.
That is pretty good.
There you go. I got fired, though, because an elderly lady asked me to check her balance.
Check my balance.
Come on, that's pretty good. That's pretty decent.
I can picture it, though, too.
How's your balance?
Why'd you fall?
Just like my account, it would just bounce back up.
I see.
My account. I had to borrow some money from the savings account.
Oh, why?
Because my checking account was at zero.
Oh, God, PK.
Technically, I was at $23, so I had to, just so. I was wondering if you were going to see the little deduction, but you didn't say anything. So then I was like, maybe I just shouldn't say anything and
The
just,
email? You talking about the email?
What email?
Like if you go below like 25, your bank account's below $25.
I didn't know that you get emails.
We got PK and I have separate checking accounts, but we have a joint savings that I put money into every month, but PK does not. Apparently, PK takes out the money every month.
Oh.
I said I was going to
As long as you put it back.
I'll put it back.
On payday.
I'll put it back.
What happened? Where did your budget go wrong?
Well, we have somebody that's in town.
Hey.
And, we work in a building that doesn't really, reimburses for plane tickets or anything, and
okay.
that could have
finances
something
got
to do
a
with
little
it.
out of control. I get it.
But it's worth it. It's worth it because of this guy. Then I can have little tidbits like this. Like for instance, the other day we had a piano keyboard in here. I didn't even know I was recording when I got this jet.
Just brought you to China, bitch.
What?
Doesn't that remind you of China?
What?
I love that little tone.
No.
No? Oh. Just brought you to China, bitch.
Let's see. Oh, man. The other problem that I'm having right now is, and now you guys can see the show, so I can show you, so it's not like just me trying to describe this, unless I guess you're on Spreaker. Sorry about that. But if you're watching, look at all these bug bites that,
Yeah,
it is.
You need some lotion on those
something
elbows,
crazy.
too.
That's what you look at?
Is it a
Yeah, it's very
spider?
dry.
Dude, I've got like skin that's kind of like falling
Do you think
apart.
it's Kiki? Maybe contracted fleas or something?
That's
that
what
brought
I
it in?
said. I said that, and
No.
she yelled at me.
That's
He doesn't have fleas.
No, but she could have contracted to another dog.
Then why don't I have any bites?
That's a fair point.
And I am on top of her trifexis,
And I
so
think-
she doesn't get any bugs.
I've got 3 over here, and I counted them. I have like 18 bug bites on this one arm. I hate nature. I was before I thought about talking about Tony, I was going to name the show I Just Hate Nature.
Well, that's going to be interesting next week when we go in the middle of the forest for 4 days.
Yeah, but I enjoy that because we're inside the cabin.
What if there's scorpions?
I mean, if I could take that cabin that we go to, right, and I could pick it up by the magic of some alien ship and put it right in the middle of a slab of concrete somewhere in the city, top of the building, I would do that. I hate nature. There's like these bugs. It's just like
that's a lot.
I'm losing an arm over here.
Maybe you have fleas.
Well, I would.
It starts with an E. Has said maybe you do have the fleas.
That's a good possibility. I don't even know when I got bitten. I think it happened when we were at Ponce and we were outside and we sat down on those chairs.
Okay, yeah, I remember
Because
that.
it's up and down. Two things happened. And I don't know. Like the first idea that I had was that there was a spider or something inside one of my sweatshirts I hadn't worn for a while. And then I put it on and it was just trying to get away and just bit all the way down my arm.
Okay.
So that was one of the theories. But then that doesn't explain this arm.
What's that arm?
What?
What's that arm? What's on it?
I've got like just 3 over here.
Oh, dang, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had it in the other arm, too.
But it's only on the arms. So then the other idea that I had is like, remember when we sat in those chairs outside?
Yeah.
I was wondering if like there was like ants, firefighting, biting ants or something, and I just put my arms down.
Fire ants?
I don't know what the hell they're called, but I hate nature. There's bugs everywhere, and they bite you. Who was the guy you were telling me about that on purpose gets stung?
Coyote, Peter Coyote. Or Coyote Peterson? Coyote Peterson.
And what's the point on like what does he do?
He does, he does a lot of, he's like a Steve Irwin, but he'll do extra stuff just to prove to people like you won't die if you get stung by a bee, so he'll get stung by a bee.
Eli is making fun of me for saying firefighting ants. I don't know.
Maybe it's
you said that?
chiggers, mosquitoes, or firefighting ants.
Yeah, no room to talk.
Firefighting.
I didn't catch that. That's hilarious.
That's all me neither.
They hold
Fire
laser
ants.
beams.
Let's see. I've had spider bites before. Those aren't them. I thought there were spider bites because there's 2 that are real close and looks like fangs, but then it's like all the way down
He
the arm.
also says, can you send those ants to California?
It can't be like chicken pox or anything like that, right? Chicken pox or measles.
Would I just have chicken pox just in this part? It would be everywhere.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Clown. God.
Just making sure we get everything out there.
Today's World Kindness Day. Can I play some audio for everybody?
Please.
Now, when I usually play audio, there's always one person that joins this podcast like after I start the audio, and they're like, the audio's out of sync on the show. So just know that this is a replay, but World Kindness Day, and what's the purpose behind this day? You just got to be just nice to people?
Yeah,
give
that's it.
compliments.
You got to do something nice for somebody, make somebody smile. At least try.
So that's why I love having you on the show, because last minute we can be like, yo, let's go out and be nice to some people.
Yeah.
I don't know that you accomplished that task today.
I know.
One guy thought that you were about to steal his laptop.
I feel sorry for him.
One
yeah.
lady, you were going to pay it forward and buy her breakfast, but only have her breakfast.
Yeah, I didn't want to make sure it's not too expensive.
Let me play this audio.
Oh, Jesus.
What happened?
Almost got sprayed.
Well, that's not nice on World Kindness Day.
It's the opposite of being
I gotta-
kind.
I gotta stay away from these puddles.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going in. Hey, sir. Just want to say it's Kindness Day. I just want to say that's a cool laptop you got. You have a good one, too.
I don't know if that's a compliment or that's...
A compliment his laptop, though.
Yeah, but I feel like now he's going to be watching you thinking that you're going to steal his laptop.
I just want to say the sweater you have on right now, freaking fabulous. You're very welcome. I was wondering if I could just get a small coffee.
You should tell her she's very good at the job.
That is it. Thank you so much. And may I add that you are doing a fantastic job as well. You're very welcome. Oh, it's 212. Okay. Well, I just want to tell all you guys here at the coffee shop, you guys are doing great and wonderful. It's Kindness Day, so I just want to make sure you guys all get appreciated and loved as well. Oh, you're very welcome.
Anybody behind you want to buy a coffee for?
Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to pay it forward. I'm going to buy this lady whatever she's getting.
I hope she's buying an order for her entire office.
But you're just getting coffee, right? You're not getting food? You're getting... I mean, what are you getting? The coffee and food? Yeah. I could probably do the coffee part. The food part.
Come on, bro. Buy her the order.
Buy her the order, Duryan. Okay. She's hungry.
Okay. You know what? Go ahead and order your food and coffee, and then I'll just do the total, and then we'll just go from there. Yeah. Is that okay? All right, cool. I'll stand by over here while she orders.
You can't pay it forward halfway. You got to buy the whole order.
Oh, it's $5.99 for everything? Oh, yeah, I got you.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
I wonder, what's the cutoff, Duryan?
Yeah, what's the cutoff?
I think $10.
Okay.
Cutoff. You have $4 to spend if you want to get something else. You're okay? You're okay. Did it go? Awesome. Cool. Oh,
Did it go? Dude, how much money do you have in your account? Did it go?
For everything. And cheers. And again, sir, your laptop, magnificent.
We're copyrighting the guy's laptop.
He's going to think you're about to steal it.
Okay. All right, I'm out of there.
All right, let me ask you. Now we're back. Did the guy, was he like just keeping an eye on you the entire time?
He did stare at me when I continued to walk past him.
Yeah.
And the second time, he kind of pulled the laptop a little bit closer.
Dude, that's number one sign you're about to get your shit
Don't worry,
jacked.
dude, I'm not stealing your
I should have said that.
I bet he would have been like,
Hey, man, it's National Kindness Day. That is such an awesome laptop. That's so good. Definitely don't leave it here while you go to the bathroom.
what's the speed?
Oh, God.
What kind of laptop was it? Was it a Mac?
No, it wasn't a Mac. I think it was like an Acer, maybe. I don't know. But it was like really shiny and chromy, so it caught my eye.
That's the other thing with this guy. Like, it's not, I don't understand. This guy's apartments, he's got one chair, and then he's got a computer that he could easily set up. It's not a big computer.
Have you set it up yet?
What kind of computer is it?
It's just one of those desktop computers. Is it Apple?
But it's one that's all in one piece.
Yeah, no tower or anything.
So no wires, no nothing. All you got to do is take it out of the box, plug it in, and then you'd have a bigger screen to watch TV because you don't have a TV.
No.
What do you have in this apartment?
I just have my iPhone 10. I just got my iPhone 10.
Watch TV on the iPhone.
Yep.
Why not take the computer out of the box?
See, I didn't know that.
What you didn't know?
Until
Just
you
take
brought
it out of the box.
Until you brought it up, it made sense. It's like, yeah, I just put it on the kitchen counter.
Here we go.
Yeah, well, we gotta have a conversation, PK.
We're live on the podcast.
I know we're live on the podcast.
Okay, perfect. Just wanna make sure, yeah.
Let me just say that your hair looks great today.
It's good, right? First of all,
Trying to
I see you guys
annoy
are all getting an invite to Travis Scott tonight to hang out in the Dan Hunt Suites.
Are you going?
I'm going.
If you're going, I'll go.
All right. Well, listen.
Oh, I think your tickets were already given away.
No. Were they?
Oh, you said no.
I didn't know Dan was going. You told me Drake was going to be there. I don't care about Drake.
Wait a minute. You were offered your tickets for tonight?
Yeah.
And you declined them?
I didn't know you were going. What?
The record person offered them to you?
Yes.
Oh my God!
What?
You guys are so.
What's the problem right now?
So janky. So janky.
I'm sick, so
janky.
I'm not able to do
will
anything
go. If you're
tonight.
going, I'll go. I just didn't know that you were going, and she was trying to pitch me for an hour to the point that I was like, dude, I don't want to go. Like, I didn't know you were going.
I'm going, and it's the suites.
Exactly.
I know, but all I knew was
suite.
that Denise wasn't going to go, and if Denise wasn't going to go, and I was just going to.
Well, you probably lost your tickets at this point.
Oh.
Okay, so
Anyway.
more importantly,
I'm having
PK,
a day today, so.
What did we do this morning? What was the big? We had a big announcement this morning. You have a job to do, PK.
What's my big
Update
announcement?
your promo 10s. Update your promos, PK.
We got less than
This guy,
1,500 tickets.
I know, but you know what he has on air? It's like, hey, in case you missed it this morning, the big announcement.
Oh,
The big announcement was 7 days ago.
Jesus, PK.
7 days ago, PK.
Together.
7 days.
it's on her. She's got to
That's
keep
not
me.
on me.
I can only help you so much. I can
true.
only help you so much.
I will get that done. Stat.
You should probably do it right now.
Well, after the podcast, unless you want to.
I'm getting my life together, PK. I challenge you to do the same.
I'm trying,
I
Dan. I'm
challenge you.
trying to do that. I'm trying.
PK lectured me on everything that he has to do today and the reason why he can't go tonight. Like, I don't need to hear your excuses. So
Says the lady that's so sick I can't go.
I can't. I mean, I had a fever yesterday.
Oh
so
my god! I got
rushed.
everyone invited. I got everyone a ticket too. Like they called me up. Hey, do you mind if we invite your morning show? I'm like, absolutely. I'd love to hang
They
out with
invited
the morning
us?
show. Yeah.
Really?
Don't say
I
really. You
approved
know
it.
that. I told
I
both you
approved
two.
it.
Didn't realize that.
Means that you guys don't want to make friends. You guys talk about having no friends.
I'm-
Somebody invited you. They were like, they thought of you. They had extra tickets. They thought of you. They want to be your friends.
I didn't realize that
They
that was a
want to be your
situation.
friends.
All I know is that Travis Scott was going to be in town and something about Drake, and then every 10 minutes.
And Denise, these people drink wine too.
I get
They
that, but
drink
I'm
wine
very
as
under the
well.
weather. Or else
I
I
did see your
would.
post looking
Yeah.
like you were going to get the flu. or
What if I
something.
show up?
Yeah.
They obviously want to hang out with you, not me. If I show up without you, they're going to be like,
They
"Where's
know.
Denise?
No.
Give me that ticket back. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Go.
Get out of here." Hey, how's he doing?
He's doing fine. You're the problem.
Dang.
You're the problem, PK.
Brought you to China, bitch.
I know. I'm getting it together. I'm getting it together. Anything else I did wrong?
No.
Where do we start? You know?
I just listen. I just want to call and tell you, do your job, PK.
yeah, do your job.
You know,
Fix that.
Yep.
do your
Update your
job.
promo 10s ASAP and
Yeah,
be
update them.
thankful to
Yes.
Dan because it's World Kindness Day and he gave you tickets.
I know it is.
Yeah.
What else is going on with you? You're looking skinnier.
I'm trying
The
to.
no carb diet is
Trying.
actually working.
Trying to.
Because our big boss said that no carb diets don't work on older
Well,
people.
here's I've done actually. One of my friends is really
Yeah,
into
really.
this.
It-
One of my friends
sorry
is
for
really
that
into
in there.
this whole thing,
Yeah.
and it's like your hormones change. So it's a whole thing to get your body back.
Are you
in
happier?
Huh?
Are you
Am I
happier?
happier?
Yeah.
Am I happier?
Well, isn't that what the hormones changing? Isn't that what?
No, I think it's just a weight loss thing. It's a whole thing.
Oh.
Do you got
It's a
more
whole
energy?
thing. I don't know. I'm not like again. It's not like falling off like it used to when I was 20 and I.
I think it
did high
is though.
protein.
I think
I
your
do
face
too.
is looking slimmer.
is.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
looking good. That shirt's
shirts-
extra baggy
your
on
shirts
you.
are baggy.
A little bit to lose regular.
Yeah. Like, are you going crazy over like the lbs on a scale, or what are you looking at?
Well, I have the scale, and I have I have the scale. My goal is listen. I want to. If I lose I didn't gain 40 pounds in a month, so
Right.
I'm not going to lose 40 pounds in a month. It's unrealistic to think that way. So if I lose a pound or 2 pounds a week,
How much
I
are
should
you
be-
down right now?
When I went to the doctor in August, he weighed me in at 245.
Okay.
Now it's 224.
Oh, wow.
Shit, that's huge.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, but listen, I don't know when I started. When I started, I didn't have a scale. So now,
That's a huge drop off, though. You got to be happy about that.
I'm happy about that.
Okay.
that.
Yeah, you're looking good.
Trying, PK. I'm trying to look good for you.
What's the hardest part about? Because you've been on this for what, about a month now?
I think so.
What's the hardest part about it now? Still, are you still getting the cravings for carbs? You're not.
No.
That's over. What do you?
I mean, if I want sometimes I want ice cream. It's like that's
Yeah.
that's a little bit of a.
That's the biggest
that was my
item.
advice.
If you could introduce one item, it would be ice cream.
Oh, for sure.
Really? It wouldn't
Yeah.
be pizza or something?
No,
Oh man.
There's no carb-free ice cream?
I'm sure there is. They
tastes like
they have
cardboard.
the keto ice cream in the freezer at the.
Oh.
I see that.
Yeah, but that stuff never tastes good. Like, what's the ice cream that you pointed to? We were walking around Target, and you were like, "This is so good. It's only 300 calories for the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
tub." And I'm like, "There's no way it tastes
I
good."
ate that for a while. It just has a lot of air in it, so it's and it tastes like ice.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like an ice milk taste to it.
Yeah.
It's not the worst. It does get you through a craving. If you have a craving, it could get you through the craving.
Can you what do you eat? Frozen strawberries? So that's kind of instead of
that
ice
was.
cream.
You know what's weird is because I did it for 2 weeks.
2 days.
2 days, 2 minutes.
No, I did not. I did it for a week and a
Okay,
half.
4
minutes.
days maybe. You
That is
never
natural.
you never went
Can we-
one weekend.
It's like gastric bypass. What's the plan? What is the plan?
My plan's to
What is
work
the
out.
plan?
My plan is just to work out. That's my plan. I was going to get up extra early this morning to do it, and I couldn't. So I have to do it during the day. But that's my plan. That's my plan. I gotta do something because this is falling apart over here.
Because so today you have physical therapy again. So you've been doing that twice a week.
I might ask them to see if I could hire them just to show up. Because anytime that I honestly lost weight and started looking good, I had to have people.
You had to have a physical therapist.
I had to have
a personal trainer.
Yeah. So I'm gonna see how much they charge for that. I don't even know if they do that. Didn't you ask your last physical therapist to do that?
Yeah.
What did they say? Yeah or no?
Oh, you never got back to me, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
But there's a place that just opened. Literally, I could see it from right here, this window.
He didn't want
Personal
to be your friend.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, that's the worst.
That would have been kind of awkward, though, because I don't know. I don't know if you want me to have a guy personal trainer.
Yeah, nah, because it's their job to make you feel good, and then they're complimenting you all the time.
And and they touch them too.
They touch them.
They touch it.
Stretch you out.
Squeeze
and
right
stretch you out.
They just.
It's the worst because then they come home to you, and then if you don't immediately, you're like, "Oh my God, you're looking so much better," because it's their job to always give you that confidence.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you guys have knowledge? Does this happen before?
It's common. Look it
Sure.
up. It's like one of the top professions of people that cheat with.
Yeah.
Top profession in the dome. Because you're getting the compliments all the time.
Would you let me get a girl trainer?
What?
A girl trainer?
Yeah, all day, all night.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so PK, update your promos.
Okay.
When you don't update your promos, you're letting yourself down. You're letting the listeners down. You're letting the radio station down. You're letting everyone down. Okay?
That's a lot of people.
Do your job.
All
That's
right.
a lot of people.
Podcast, I love you. Danimals love you. You know?
He stole your
That's
your,
fine. He
your
can
fire.
have him. He can have him.
All right, so you are going tonight?
I'm going. I was planning on going.
Okay.
I'm not going to Drake, though.
No, apparently Drake's supposed to come out or
Well,
something.
I thought that Drake
He
was
might.
at the Miami show, and I figured he's got 3 dates coming up on his
But
tour
is he
here.
have the day off tonight?
Maybe. I don't know.
yeah.
That part I didn't check.
All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
I
Today's a
comb
long
my
day.
hair. I comb my
Your
hair
hair
for
looks,
tonight.
yeah, your hair looks good. I was gonna say,
This
I was
is
gonna
like-
compliment you on your
I
hair.
started using mousse.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Started using mousse. That's from the 90s, bro. That's what I used to use back in the 90s.
You gotta use
I'm
the
going back
dryer,
to,
the
I'm going
hair
back to
dryer.
90s, Dan.
What's 90s, Dan?
I'm getting back. Getting my body back. Getting my hair back.
All right.
90s Dan.
90s
gonna
Dan
be
is
back.
coming. 90s
Dan. 90210.
Do you want to do your?
I'm leaving.
Oh,
Can I leave?
yeah.
All right, good.
Do you want to do your stories?
Yeah.
You need to trade places with Dan?
Yep.
All right.
Got the headphones this time.
So this is a segment we're experimenting with, which is Duryan just brings us the news that he finds very important and valuable and just interesting. Flat out, just interesting news. Go ahead, the floor is yours.
This is funny. Alabama woman is frightened after zombie teeth get stuck in her mouth. You kind of have to see it, though. This is what really makes a story.
Well, how are we going to do that?
Let's see. Is there maybe I don't know. But her teeth got stuck with the zombie teeth right here, so all you see is like zombie teeth, and she can't get them out. So she has to walk around like, hey, I got zombie teeth. Help! So she looks hilarious. Oh, here. I know a way to do it
Yeah.
real quick because you gotta see it.
Oh, he's taking a picture of the screen to hold up for anybody on Spreaker. By the way, over on Spreaker, Urel was saying that maybe I'm allergic to dust mites, and it's dust mites. All right. Oh my God!
See it?
Yeah.
So that was like a Halloween costume gone wrong
She used super glue.
because she put in the dummy teeth.
Well, how dumb can you be?
Yeah, I know, and then got stuck. So I thought
right.
that was hilarious.
All right, so that's the first story. Not bad, not bad. What's the second one?
Let me pull it up real quick right here. That's definitely not it. I don't think that's a good one right there. No, not that one either.
He's had 2 days to prep.
Look at that one. Well, now that I look at them,
2 days.
No, that
To bring 3 stories to the
Are you
table.
disappointed in all of them?
Oh, here I got one.
Okay.
All right.
Man makes off with 5 cases of Bud Light in textbook beer run. Police say. You just see this guy get 5 stacks of beer and just walk out, and now he's drinking them at home for free. So I thought that was.
That is story number 2.
All right.
And the big finale is coming your way.
Yeah.
Might have to rethink this segment. But here we go.
Is that it? All right,
You won't believe what one Florida man did when he snuck into a restaurant after hours.
Are you making that up? That's pretty good.
That
Are you
was
looking
good.
at that?
How'd you do that?
Where's that from?
So this comes in from November 5th. He didn't have a home, but he snuck into the Shadowway restaurant in St. Petersburg, Florida, where he decided to strip naked, play the bongos, eat ramen, and then spray paint a pickle jar.
Oh,
It's like a good time.
spray paint a pickle jar?
That's right.
Nothing else, just a pickle jar.
Oh, some
weirdo.
some chairs and then a jar full of pickles. Then he decided to ride off into the night, hop on his bike all naked.
Here's something that are you ready or can I? Because
I got one.
just,
Yeah.
Oh, you did get one. Okay.
random thought,
I was,
but I'll get to
trying
that
to help you out.
All right.
So, dog pretends to be a stray to get hamburgers from McDonald's. So, what happens is this dog at nighttime will sneak out, go to McDonald's, and pretend it's a stray dog and actually get fed. And there you go.
How do you know that he gets fed McDonald's burgers?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Here, she did a tweet.
The dog?
No, the owner of the dog. She said,
I'm homeless. Arf.
if you see my dog at McDonald's on Shields, quit feeding her fat ass because she don't know how to act and be leaving the house all the time to go walking to McDonald's at night. She's not even a stray dog. Yeah, that's what she tweeted.
How did she know the dog is getting McDonald's? Yeah.
That's a good question. Let me see. A dog owner. Betsy. It's
not that easy, is it? Welcome back to radio. The F is happening right now from Jay Romero. Nobody really knows.
During your morning bathroom breaks, maybe you should read full stories.
It's like just bring me three quick stories. This is what happened.
Still reading them.
Oh, okay. So, great question. I'm glad you asked.
Everybody's calling you man-child, by the way. MC for short, which I love.
She decided to see if the dog was doing it on her own, so she drove to McDonald's on a Monday night and found Princess there waiting to be fed. And that's your stories.
All right. Thank you, man.
You're very welcome.
Good job. There you go.
There you go.
Here's something to ponder. You can't go in to buy a pair of pants if you don't have pants on, right?
Right.
How do you get your first pair of pants?
Oh.
Also, here's something that, Denise, you need to pay attention to. The 10-10-10 rule.
Okay.
It's for anybody that's
What the
this pen just jumping up.
You guys just toss
You know
it.
what's up,
I told you yesterday that
a Mexican jumping
my
bean pen.
My pen was extra springy yesterday, so maybe you're using that one.
Okay, so like, whoa.
That's probably the one I've been sneezing on, so sanitize that.
This one I read
10-10-10 rule.
while in the bathroom, completely like a picture of you just popped up in my head. I was like, if you're stressing about something, the 10-10-10 rule.
Always.
Will it matter in 10 days?
Yes.
Will it matter in 10 months?
Yes.
Will it matter in 10 years? After getting through that perspective, then you're like, okay, why am I stressing out about having to...
I had a big issue yesterday, and I was doing the 10-10-10 rule. My brother...
How did you know the 10-10-10 rule?
No, but I was just thinking about...
Oh, yeah.
If that scenario mattered in 10 days, yes. 10 months, yes. 10 years, probably not.
Yeah, yesterday you were going in.
I was pissed. I've never been this. I haven't been this angry in a long time.
She took some medication, and I didn't know if it was a medication. I thought it was a medication, and that she was angry. But those two things collided, and then her brother called, and then when she started talking, I was in bed on the computer, and I was like, oh damn!
Do you guys want to go? Do you guys want to go through the tweets or the text and like?
No, you have a good point. Can I?
I just thought it would be interesting
really
for you two.
Oh, it was gonna yeah. Oh. I wanted to know what he was saying on the other line because you were like yelling, not yelling, but very close to yelling.
You don't want to go through the messages?
No, just tell.
That's your brother? It's your brother?
Yeah. So my brother first he texted me. Well, basically, he's like, I'll see you in a month because him and his girl are coming in a month to stay. And
their friend.
And a friend for half the time, I guess.
Over with you guys?
Yo, how great is that?
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know. Well, you do got to fix the toilet then.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
And what else you got to fix?
Okay, I don't have to fix anything. We have a nice apartment, Ass.
But then I was asking about something like a gift because my mom's birthday and Christmas are all coming up. So I wanted to get like something together, like if it's like a new iPad or help with a new phone or something. So she said her phone was broken. And he's like, she doesn't need that kind of stuff. We're already going to Disneyland next October. Mom's already on board. We're just waiting to tell Dad. Well, hopefully, Dad, you know if you are listening. If not,
We're going
surprise!
to Disneyland without you?
Okay, well, sure. That's first. But again, this is in October. So I reply with, I'd be hurt if they went to Disney before visiting me. My brother's response, I've already requested the time off, so has Rose. We've been planning this for a while. I only have 2 days left to put in vacation for next year. I'm just glad I was able to talk Mom into getting on a plane. And then he's asking for money for me to contribute to their trip to Disneyland in October. And I reply, I've lived in Atlanta 3 years, offered to fly him here. How's that any different? This is our surprise to Dad, 2-hour flight versus a 6-hour flight. I'm like, why that doesn't matter. I said, Mom says she wouldn't come because she's afraid to fly. So that's a lie if she is going to Disney. You'll have to talk with Dad. He's planning to come to see me in spring. And seeing their daughter should be more important than going to Disney. I don't know what conversations you had. I just know that these dates work for us, and Disneyland is in almost a year. And so we went on and on and on, and he eventually called me, and I was just furious. Oh. Because dang, I told him that he's like, well, it's my plan to take our parents to Disneyland, never inviting me, but asking me to contribute to the fund. And whereas I'm just trying to say, I'm like, I've been here 3 years. Like, you got to come visit like me. If you guys decide that you're going to go have a family vacation without me to Disneyland that I'm not even invited to, like, screw you guys. Like, come see me, what we've been doing for the last 3 years. Like, isn't that more important, family? Yeah, or am I way wrong?
They could come down here, and then isn't Disney World like a shot over here?
Disney World is like 1 billion times better, and I'm not even maybe 1 trillion billion times better than Disneyland. It's 100, dude. It's so much better because you got like way bigger amusement parks and newer. It's like everything about it.
Driving distance?
But how far do you? What are you doing?
Driving. This is me driving.
How far is your driving distance though?
I once drove to actually brought you to China, bitch. Me and my girl's brother, we drove to California Disneyland, and that was like 16 hours of driving.
It's not 16 hours. Here, it's like
maybe
9. You still want to fly and be there in 45 minutes. Don't call it a day.
Gotcha.
We're in a civilized society, folks. If it's more than 3 hours, get your ass on a plane. 4 hours, I'll still give you the drive.
That being said, I just wanted him to understand, like, stop being so conceited about yourself, what you want to do, and be like, hey, our parents haven't seen my sister. Let's all contribute to either that or, hey, don't ask me to pay for you guys to go have a family vacation I'm not even invited to.
Yeah. That point I'll give you. The point that I'm kind of like, I'm sure you're invited.
No. I never got an invite or the dates or anything.
I know, but do you honestly think that, like, if you were to, like, hey, I'm coming, they're going to say, oh, cancel the trip?
Well, no, but that means
sure
I got to invite myself then.
Well, yeah, because, they probably got hotels picked out, too.
I mean, they've already planned. They already have the dates next October.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird that they would ask you for money to go towards a trip that you're not really even going on.
Yeah.
That part is weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you throw a text like, hey,
where's my invite?
When's the trip so I know what to take off?
Kind of like Ivan's wedding. Are we invited? Nobody really knows. We're just going.
Yeah, we
just show up and be like, hey, what's up, bro?
So what I
Tony's engagement. Hey, keep it a chew.
I've already established. So the present is going to be like a gift card for an airline, maybe like Southwest, since you can kind of switch it here and there.
Oh, this is what I was going to say.
And then from there, they can pick at that point. If they want us to use that gift card to come see me, obviously that's what it's for. But if you decide not and you use it somewhere else, then
you're going to give them a gift card that they can just use to go to Disney instead of here?
No, I'm hoping that they put it to this trip to come visit me.
Oh, man.
You don't think that's a good idea?
I just think that they're going to use it towards a Disney trip, and there's going to be all kinds of hell.
To my parents. Hey, parents, here's like a lump sum amount for a Southwest Airlines gift card.
I guess here's what I'm asking. If you're, how do I say this nicely?
Just say it.
Well, you're up in arms trying to force this trip for them to come see you, which I understand completely 100%.
I don't think forcing. That sounds
you
horrible.
are. Because, I'm not saying you shouldn't. You should not donate money to a trip that you're not going to. 100% on your side on that, right? Your mom does not want to come, so you're trying to force her to come, and she's going to come and just not want to come. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not like she saved $1 to come see you. It's not like she, when you asked in a nicer way, your brother's response was like, it's a 6-hour flight versus a 2-hour flight, right? Like, and it's not a difference. The difference is her uncomfortableness. The difference is her. It's not like she has to take time off work. It's just an inconvenience to her.
You really,
it's
you
an
really think that she
to her.
doesn't want to come see me?
It's not. She wants to see you for sure. She doesn't want to be inconvenienced because she's selfish. So you're trying to force them. You're trying to force their hand to get her to come see you. And that's not how it should work. It should be on their kind of like, I want to see what you're doing. I want to see what you're accomplishing. I want to see. It shouldn't be an argument to try to get her on the plane, to try to get her here. Because you see what I'm saying?
I see. I see what you're saying.
I'm not doing a very good job of formulating sentences right now for some reason.
I kind of see what you're saying, like just the conveniency or inconveniency of like packing and flying 6 hours.
It's just like, it's not like a boss is telling her she's going to have to lose a job or something. She just has to get on a plane and go and do something that she doesn't want to do to see her daughter, and it's like...
Yikes.
Are they forcing her to go to Disney? I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe she doesn't even want to really go to Disney, and they're forcing her to go to Disney because everybody else took the time off. I don't know. I definitely wouldn't contribute the money, but I also wouldn't force her to come here because she should want to come here on her own.
Right.
She should want to call out of the blue and ask you to be like, hey, how are you doing? How is your job? I would love to see what you do. I would like to come in one day. I'd like to see you in action. But maybe I can't afford it. And at that point, we would buy the flight.
Right.
It's not a money issue. It's an inconvenience.
I will say that conversation happened with my dad just like a week and a half ago that he said it. Like, that's the first time. My mom's never said it, but my dad actually was like, we've been talking about it and we want to come see you guys in the spring. There's a lot happening, which I know, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever, before they can pick a date. But at least my dad did say something, even though it's been almost 3 years.
You're also talking about a lady that had a wedding. How far was the wedding that they went to?
I don't know, like an hour.
They had a wedding about an hour away, right? Yeah. They had to drive the day before to get the route together.
PK.
Well, I'm using that as an example of, like, she doesn't like being out of her comfort zone or being, like, really, I don't want to say, inconvenience is the wrong word. Maybe just being out of her comfort zone. And life is all about getting out of that zone. Yeah. I saw a great meme the other day, which was a roller coaster going down a drop. Right? It was one of those camera pictures.
Yeah.
And the two old ladies in the very front, they were like, yeah. The second cart was like, cool, And then there was two people just kind of hating life. 3 cars back. And then the meme or the picture was said something to the effect of like, I want to ride life in the front row.
That's cool.
Because they were all the same age, but you could just see the excitement, and then you could just see the other miserable people just back there. It's like cool. Life is doing things that you don't want to do, but trying to make the best out of them. So.
And I guess with all of this being said, if my mother doesn't want to come to Atlanta to see me, then
it's not that. It's not about you.
But I honestly don't know if she does, because she's certainly comfortable staying at home, and like when I go visit, then that's fine. But I know my dad would absolutely love to come here and see everything, the
Magic
history.
City.
We're going to Magic City. We're going to the Pink Pony.
Ringo.
Come and ride it, son.
Saying that.
Cheetah.
No.
How do you know these strip clubs?
The Uber drivers tells me.
But you will drop those names real quick.
The Uber driver tells me is that's where he says, get out of the car, we're at the Cheetah.
Yeah.
We're here at your location, Cheetah.
If I was your girl, I'd be kind of concerned because you've been here 2.5 weeks and you're dropping those strip club names.
Yeah, Magic City. I don't know why I know all of them. It's the Uber drivers. They just tell me.
Yeah, right.
I was like,
Do you know like the best restaurants around town?
No. Is there Olive Garden around here? Because that would win.
Okay.
And I think everybody in the chat is like pretty much right on. Mom doesn't like flying. It's from Game. My mom doesn't like flying, but still comes out once a year. It's a difference in relationships among your family. You have the right idea. I feel bad for Denise. You only have one set of parents, and you have to spend as much time with them as possible. Just some of the comments that I'm seeing. Any good steaks at any of the strip clubs out here? Brent wants to ask Duryan. Duryan?
I don't know. I haven't been to one. We'll see what happens in the future.
Actual real question.
Yeah.
Have you been talking with the family? How's that going?
Yeah, I have. I've been talking with them every night, basically.
Okay.
Yesterday, Bryson's having a hard time, so that's
Yes.
Yeah. I guess it's affecting him at school, so he's a little bit more emotional and stuff, and so he would cry during music time, and so I thought that was really sad because it reminded me of him and I, because we have a really strong bond. So the teacher's getting involved. My girl wrote an email to the teacher like, hey, this is what's going on. Sorry we didn't tell you, but, Bryson has a strong connection with the dad. Dad's gone.
What happens like during music class?
So I talked to him about it, and he said that the music reminded him of me being on the radio show. And so memories of us singing and stuff popped into his head.
Oh,
So, yeah.
man.
So that was kind of crazy.
No.
Oh, God, you're going to make me cry.
I guess what I want to know is how are you going to explain it to Bryson that you want to go to Disney instead of going to see him?
No, I don't. No, I don't. But
Just flip that script.
God.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy. And the teacher emailed back saying, yeah, I noticed he's having a few changes in his behavior, just kind of being a little bit sad. And that she said that she will work with him on stuff to get him off or ease his mind about me. Also, they're going to get the school council involved just to kind of talk it out and stuff like that. So I thought that was kind of neat.
What's different programs like? Are they getting like a new daddy?
No new daddy, PK.
Sorry.
I'm the only daddy. But no, it's just a council.
How often do you and Bryson talk?
Every day.
You do?
Yeah, and I'll throw text because he has his iPad. Mm-hmm. And so I'll throw him a little text every once in a while. I'll take some cool pictures, throw him a picture.
Yeah.
It's like, check this out. This is waiting for you.
Oh,
and
that's
stuff like
hard,
that.
bro. So you just go home like after the show and then that's...
Yeah, I'll talk to him at nighttime and do some text and FaceTime if I can.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard. So I'm so glad that I'm going to see them on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, in like a week.
But that's going to be extra hard when you're coming back.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I can't wait to see him.
So now, knowing what you know now, having rewinding your time, is this still something that
I love being here.
Yeah.
I'm glad I made this jump. I wish that they would just come though.
Come sooner.
Yeah, sooner.
Yeah.
I would be okay with like a month for me to come here to get everything situated.
And now it's been, because this is like week 4, so
Yeah.
now it's time.
Yeah, and so I'm like, I kind of want you guys here ASAP.
Yeah, so
what do
maybe
you think? Is that time frame going to move up, you think, or is it still going to
We're
9
gonna-
months?
We're gonna talk about it once we get there, just to see the school thing and maybe just to see how complicated it is to move to a different school across state.
Yeah.
I don't know how that is or how difficult it is, but we'll talk about it just to see if we could. But yeah, so far it's still about 9 months.
Man, that's tough.
Yeah. One cool thing though.
What's that?
We do stay connected through Fortnite.
Oh, God.
It's awesome.
How is that?
He'll play it on his Switch or the Xbox One, which one. And then I have my iPhone
Yeah.
10. He'll send me an invite. Boom.
So you guys play in
Fortnite. Online.
Look at Fortnite connecting families.
And we have mics and everything, so it's dope.
Oh, so it's like you're
yeah.
sitting next to each other.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just, building forts, and it's pretty cool. So we stay connected through that way.
Can I join the game and just kind of...
Do you suck? You gotta rock.
I suck.
But that was Jessica's idea too. It's like, hey, you guys should play Fortnite. I'm like, dude, that's perfect. Why didn't I think of that?
How is Jessica dealing with all this stuff? Jessica being the baby mama.
Yeah, she's having a hard time too because she just wants to like come
Be
here
here.
and hug and
Yeah.
yeah. So it's gonna be nice once we all finally just see each other and
Oh,
connect.
it's gonna be so emotional.
It's gonna be an interesting Thanksgiving.
Oh man.
Is it weird that Tony's on number 2 and you still haven't locked down number 1?
Yeah, and I'm not. Yeah, dang. Yeah, I'm doing something right, I guess.
All right. Wait, what?
Oh, wait. Huh? Yeah, I don't know how to say that.
Do they watch this podcast?
My girl will, yeah.
Oh, she will.
Yeah.
How you doing? Yeah. Hi. I was gonna say that Denise has some trade at a jewelry store.
Yes, I was going to offer that, but I wasn't going to say anything live on the podcast. Maybe when the cameras were off.
Get a little ring. I don't know why I went with this finger. Not the right finger or this one.
It. Those are
this one.
Yeah.
It was a little creepy when you went like that. I was like, what are you?
Get her a little ring. All right. Well.
Oh man, this has been like an emotional podcast, PK.
was.
Jesus,
What the
all
hell
sorts
is
of roller
wrong with you
coasters.
guys?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
got
I'm
freaking
cracking
mental.
jokes.
Can we talk about your
Can we
family?
go get some drinks at the Cheetah? No, I was joking.
What about my family?
Is it your pops coming tonight?
Nobody knows. My dad might be in town today. Who knows?
Did you say he's like bringing like 3 girls with him or something
No,
like that?
that's at the end of the month. I didn't say girls. I think he says he's bringing like 3 people.
Oh.
I don't know who these people are. They could be girls.
Swingers?
I have no idea.
Swings?
All I know is that he's coming. He's supposed to be coming to town tonight and then going to Miami and then coming back this weekend.
Dang.
Nobody really knows.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. But if you guys come out to the tree lighting and you do happen to meet my pops, please don't say anything.
Yeah.
Don't be snitching that I've been talking about him on the podcast.
We haven't. We're gonna be if you're in Atlanta at Atlantic Station on Saturday. Tree lighting's at like 7.
This Saturday?
Yeah, you're gonna be there too.
Nice.
You'll be there too.
I got a list out of Cosmo that I put in the description, so let's try to get through it real quick.
Straight out of Cosmo.
And it's a list of things that I'm too old for.
Okay.
Kind of wondering for Duryan as well, if like you don't have to agree. You could disagree, but let me know what you think as well.
All right.
One being ID'd. How do I still get ID'd? I never once in 6 years in Texas got ID'd.
There's a very strict rule in Georgia. We ID everyone.
Look at the face.
Yeah, but they still ID everyone.
Why? Is there somebody that has
I
a
don't
Mission
know.
Impossible
But even
mask
like,
machine that I don't
even
know about?
Grandpa that had gray hair and almost all the way bald, he still got ID'd.
But that's so
I don't know why.
effing stupid.
I don't know.
That's
why. I
so.
don't
That's
make
just
the
like.
rules.
That's people just getting rid of common sense, and I understand that it's in place because the 22-year-old or the 16-year-old that looks 22
Tries
or
to,
whatever,
yeah.
But again, common sense. If you look like a grandfather,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could, if you're an old man, you could totally tell, like, 'cause
Yeah.
I've seen that too before.
Maybe
an
now
old
it's
man.
age discrimination if you don't, because if you are 56 but you
Again.
look 21 and you get upset, like, hey, they think I'm too old.
Stupid.
I don't know.
Oh, there's this one time. So we went out, and we went out with this young kid. He's 21, just turned 21, and we're all older than him. But he's bald. He already went bald, so he looks old. But we're way older than him. So we get some beers. We all get ID'd, and he orders his beer, and they didn't ID him at all. And he was the youngest one there, but he looked the oldest. So
you really got to figure out a way to get to the point of your stories quicker.
okay. I'll work on it.
Brought you to China, bitch.
Now, on the other side of that, what club were we? I think this was in Texas too. Everybody was getting ID'd. I was bringing the rear of the line.
Yeah.
I go up to the door, and the guy was like, "No, you're good."
Go on
No,
in.
that shit was here. That was here. That was a
Ouch.
flip flops. I'm glad you guys closed down.
Yeah.
Dirty. You did me dirty. I was like, really?
I mean, Flip Flops is known to be like a college bar, and then PK rolls in.
Yeah, I did. There you go. Well, howdy, ladies. The party just arrived. Thanks, too old for. Eating bread.
Eating bread?
Eating bread. I realized that last night.
Why would you be too old to eat bread?
Yeah.
No, you remember back in the day, you'd make sandwiches and stuff, and you'd have the loaves of bread.
Peanut
Yeah, all
butter
the
and
time.
jelly?
Now I still will eat bread, right?
You just feel guilty about it?
You feel guilty. You're
I
like,
feel
I don't
more
want to go.
guilty
I don't
about
want to
it.
go to the bread. I don't want to go straight to the carbs. I want to see if I can get like a lower calorie carb bread or something, or a
I
whole
definitely-
grain.
I definitely get like different, like fancier with all of the nuts and seeds, or I'll just do like tortillas because sometimes I just really want to make like a simple quesadilla, and I have my Taco Bell fire sauce. But now that I ran out of the tortillas, I'm like, God, do I really want to get that extra 100 calories
they have
per
wheat tortillas.
I know, but it's still calories though.
You guys
taste like
all
crap.
agree because you all said they have wheat tortillas.
Yeah.
When you're in your 20s, you don't know that.
No, just
That's
flour
true.
tortillas
It don't
and pepper
matter.
jack cheese. I mean, I still eat my quesadillas though.
Oh, I made your chicken Costco can last night.
Yeah, how did you like it?
Horrible.
What? What?
Well, to be fair, I didn't have any mayonnaise.
Oh.
So then I tried to make mayonnaise because in the past I've made mayonnaise, but I didn't have the right ingredients. So this mayonnaise turned out like straight chunky vomit.
Oh, so
Ugh.
So I didn't put it in the chicken, so it's still in the fridge. Duryan swears up and down that Costco has chicken cans that's like tuna salad.
I got a
that
picture
are
of
the
it.
best. How do you have a picture of that? Why do you have a picture of that?
I don't know.
It's a can of shredded chicken from Kirkland.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I have a finished product because I made it too, and I was gonna text you, and I forgot to text you. But that's where am I at?
This guy does not know where the camera is.
Just Jesus! Dang it!
Just go to the middle camera, dude.
See it?
Yeah.
See how it looks just like it?
It looks pretty good.
Let me see. Is that with the Dino Nuggets?
That's wheat thins.
Oh yeah, wheat thins.
But yeah,
Notice you didn't put it on bread. Hold on.
Nope,
There we
wheat thins,
go.
crackers.
That's the. Oh, I got to get you tuna salad from the grocery store. I did a whole podcast. I lost my cool one. You have to go back to the tuna salad. Was it tuna salad?
Chicken salad.
The
Yeah.
chicken salad podcast. People were getting mad at me because I kept raving the entire hour about this chicken salad. It is that fucking good.
We should probably end the podcast and go right now.
I had to curse.
I know.
I had to curse.
That
I'm
good?
really
I'm
hungry.
sorry for the cursing. It is that good.
I'm really
Where's it at?
hungry.
I'm gonna show you.
Okay, cool.
It's like half a mile down the street. What else are you too old for?
Well, I feel like this list is pretty good. We might have to do it tomorrow. 'Cause
Do one more because we have a noon meeting over at Atlantic Station. Speaking of all that, to check out this space for our Stuff a Bus event.
engaging in small talk.
Ugh, I hate that.
Small talk.
Out of here.
Yeah.
I don't want to do the small talk. Right to the damn point. There's dancing around with words. Right to the point.
What are you in
Yeah.
here for? What do you need?
I can't add this one to my list. I thought about it, though, but my buddy Elia still has it in his fridge. I was going to add drinking Four Locos, but until I kill that one, because it's the original
Oh my
Four
God,
Loco,
that's gonna make you so sick.
that I have saved from 2007 until I drink that one. Once that happens, then I'll add drinking Four Locos to this list of things I'm too old for. Trying to understand some of these young people music.
Oh God, what do you mean?
Like the like what? The mumble? The mumble
rap.
The little pump.
I miss
and-
Eminem. I want more Eminem. In fact, NF. I really like NF because
NF's cool.
his lyrics make sense.
You couldn't understand them?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, MG Kelly. Puh!
It's MGK.
MG Kelly.
God, you are old. Jesus. You just keep making yourself older and older.
Shopping at the mall.
Ooh, I've always hated that.
Shopping at the mall is a young kid's game. Kind of like fighting at the club or something.
Yeah.
Right? You got Amazon. I don't need the mall. I'm fine.
You go to the mall for Apple.
I
When you
do,
look
but
for
that's because
sunglasses?
I don't have patience. I could order all that stuff from Amazon. I just don't have patience. Just like sunglasses, I'll wait until we're about to board the plane to be like, holy crap, there's a sunglass hut at C4.
That's true. He does that all the time. Or a camera case, or a backpack, or
I was gonna say
microphone.
spring break, but as we know, I like to hang out at college spots, so spring break stays on the list. Experimenting with haircuts. I'm getting a haircut today.
yeah.
Ooh, you're
Don't
gonna
do
something?
anything fancy crazy. Don't bleach blonde it, dancing look from 2001. No. I know what I like. Let's keep it the way it is.
You're just gonna.
Last time she was like, you want to do
size?
something different? I don't. What different can you possibly
No,
do?
see,
Are you going
that's
to put
what-
my initial?
That's what I told.
You're taking a 2 to the side.
Last time when I went, I said it's fall. Let's spruce it up. Let's do something different. Whatever
You're
you
a lady.
want.
You can do
So-
fall stuff. You can go dark. You can go light. You can
Yeah.
do. You have options. What could you possibly do to this head of hair?
You do a
Shave
frohawk.
it.
You could do a frohawk with
Oh,
yours.
I got
your hair.
I had Elia that looked at my Ed Sheeran picture and said I had a fro. Whatever. I don't even know what that is, but I looked at my hair like 3-4 times because I'm like, what is he talking about?
What do you say?
He called
didn't
it-
ask him. I was
he
just
said
getting
it was
mad.
he said it was a faux hawk, like a fake
Oh
mohawk.
yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, I like that picture. The one picture that actually turned out decent of me because it's only my face and you can't see the man boobs and everything else.
It's
The
just
one
a
picture,
selfie.
he made me feel,
Special.
About.
Beautiful.
unconscious. No,
Did you feel beautiful?
self-conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
Waiting in line. I don't want to wait in line.
I hate waiting in line.
I don't want to wait in line.
You are very impatient.
I don't. Yeah.
What was the last line you waited in?
I'll show up early. I'll show up late. I don't even wait in the line. What am I waiting in line for? To go into a bar? What am I waiting in line for? Remember that one time we tried to go to the club at what was the hotel in Vegas? The fancy hotel?
Oh, Hakkasan or that club?
Fancy hotel. It was the one at
Aria?
the Wynn. At the Wynn.
Oh.
We waited in a line
Did
to
you
get
say
in.
Excalibur?
Yeah.
I said the fancy hotel in Vegas, and you went with Excalibur.
That's the one with the castles, right? And the wizards?
Yeah, but that's not the fancy hotel in Vegas.
is.
That's
It's
one of the
pretty cool.
least fancy hotels in Vegas.
Oh, I really like that
We'd
one.
stay there because it was under budget.
Oh. I enjoyed the knights and the
Never
dragons.
stayed there because it was fancy. In fact, we would walk into a room and see bed bugs, and we're like, "Hey, we're gonna make some room for you." Remember how nasty that place was?
Yeah, I do. Great buffet.
And if it wasn't nasty before we got there, it was definitely nasty after we left.
Uh,
Remember that picture of me like going to the bathroom in the bathtub?
Oh, yeah.
PK.
Where was I? In lines.
Yeah.
The fancy. We had to go in a line. We had to wait in a line. This happened here. Just we were getting to meet 5 seconds of summer or something. We had to wait in a line. Nothing more aggravating than this. We waited a line to get another line.
What?
You backed up the lines times 2.
That happened at the
horrible.
airport when we got in from Mexico because we had to go through customs.
Double lines.
Yeah, it was like a triple line. Yeah.
You got to get to one line to get in another
You
line.
sound like Jerry Seinfeld right now, or
I
a grumpy
just-
old man.
Well, it is lines. Lines suck.
Line, thank you.
No, I mean,
Everywhere you go.
who enjoys
You wait in
lines?
lines.
Nobody enjoys lines. But the last time I waited in an hour-long line, it was to vote, and I highly recommend that.
Oh, the longest I stayed in line was like 5 hours for Black Friday.
What'd you get?
What were you buying?
I forgot what I got. I think I got a TV for like $200 or something like that.
Was it worth it?
Hell no, it broke like 6 months later. I was pissed.
That happened with me with the Amazon deal. I got Denise was like, she was like, I found a TV, and I was like, oh yeah, and then we got it.
Yeah.
And then Maddox couldn't buy it because it sold out. Little did we know that was a blessing in disguise.
Yep.
Because the TV has like a built-in moon. It's got like these moon lines that are on the side of it, and it's like it looks like there's somebody constantly pressing against the picture.
Oh, okay. That's ugly.
It just looks like this.
Oh, Jesus! Ah!
Mess up the TV.
Oh my God! Don't mess this one up.
I was like, and then I have another one in our studio room, but like during moving, it has a big ass smudge that just will not come out.
On the screen?
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
like,
man.
I don't care what I'm watching, my eye just focuses to that smudge, and I
course.
just,
Eyesore.
yeah, or like,
Oh, dude, you just punched that pretty hard.
all right, that'll do it for right now. I had some more things on my list, but that'll do it right now.
Pretty good.
Because I think we got to get out of here. Anything
We
else?
do. We got. We'll give you guys an update on Stuff Bus though, so we can confirm the dates and all of that
I'll leave you
today.
with a little did you know.
Ooh.
Did you know, did you know?
This is the most common street name in the U.S. What do you think it is?
Maple. I'm going Maple Street.
No. Why Maple?
I just feel like I've seen that everywhere.
That's not Maple.
Peachtree.
Not Peachtree. Anything else? This is the most common street name in the U.S. is Second.
Oh, in the U.S.
Second.
Second,
Street.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's the second most common name?
Third.
First.
Oh, first.
Why would you skip over first and go to third?
I don't know. Brought you to China, bitch.
All right. We got to get out of here. Anything else you can think of?
That'll do
Do we have
it.
time for tuna
now.
salad, or did I go too long?
Nope, you went too long.
Oh, man.
Dude, this tuna salad's money. We might have to risk it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining the podcast. Really appreciate you guys. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
We're slowly bring that down. Holy crap. Just slowly bring that music down.
This one? We're doing it?
Yeah, a little faster.
A little fast.
It's called the fade out.
How's that?
You're still fading it.
Hurry the hell up.
It's still being
That's what I'm
faded.
going.
Christ.
And